Ferrari just proved that AI can increase user engagement by 62%, and for builders, that's a signal you can't ignore. We're also talking about a new category called Generative Engine Optimization, or GEO, and why it's not just a buzzword. It's making a Berlin startup $10 million a year. No BS AI briefing brought to you by Proactive AI. Welcome back. I'm your host, Vikash Sharma, and this is where builders get straightforward AI news without the fluff. First up, Ferrari. Yes, that Ferrari partnered with IBM to launch an AI powered fan engagement platform. They've completely rebuilt their Scuderia Ferrari HP fan app, turning it into something far more dynamic and personal. We're talking about AI driven, personalized storytelling, real time race summaries, and even an interactive AI companion inside the app. Imagine following a Formula One race, and instead of just generic updates, the app is generating contextual narratives tailored just for you, based on telemetry, driver behavior, and the live race conditions. It's analyzing millions of data points per second to make that happen. And the punchline? They're reporting a 62% increase in engagement during race weekends. That's a massive jump. For builders, this isn't just a cool marketing stunt from a luxury brand. This is a clear case study where AI is converting complex real time data into persistent, emotionally engaging experiences. Think about that 62% lift for a second. It positions AI squarely as a retention growth lever, not just a cost cutting tool. If you're building a product, especially one with a strong community, content, or real time data stream, this offers a super replicable pattern. Take your data, pump it through an LLM, and generate hyper personalized content. It's a blueprint for improving user stickiness and deepening connection, whether you're in media, gaming, e commerce, or even a specialized B2B SaaS, where understanding user behavior and providing contextual insights is key. It's about making users feel truly seen and understood by the product, which is often the holy grail of user experience. Next, a Berlin based startup called Peec AI has hit an impressive $10 million in annualized revenue, or ARR, by focusing on something called Generative Engine Optimization, or GEO. What is GEO? Essentially, Peec AI helps brands track and optimize their visibility within generative AI search engines. Think about how people are increasingly using tools like ChatGPT, Claude, or Perplexity to get answers, summaries, or product recommendations. These aren't traditional Google search results. PEC AI's dashboard actually shows you whether your brand or product appears in those AI generated responses when users type specific prompts. This isn't about keywords on a web page anymore. It's about how your brand narrative is represented or not within the AI's knowledge base and real time generation. For builders, this is a huge signal. It establishes AI search visibility as a measurable KPI for the first time. It's a clear shift from traditional SEO, which focused on getting found in web search, to what we're calling AI native discovery. Suddenly, your product's discoverability isn't just about having a great website, it's about ensuring your content, documentation, and brand story are accessible and integrated into these new AI search ecosystems. This opens up an entirely new tooling category where companies like Peek AI are building the infrastructure for brands to understand and optimize their presence in an AI first world. Are your FAQs optimized for an LLM to digest? Is your product's unique value proposition clear enough for an AI to articulate it when a user asks for recommendations? These are questions we'll all be asking ourselves very soon. It's a strategic shift in how we think about product marketing and user acquisition. Now, let's deep dive into that Ferrari and IBM story because for me, it's one of the most important and interesting developments of the week. What happened is that Scuderia Ferrari HP, with the help of IBM, didn't just add a chatbot to their existing fan app, they completely reimagined the experience around AI. They took their fan app, which used to be fairly standard, schedules, stats, some merch links, and transformed it into a personalized, always on engagement engine. We're talking about ingesting real time telemetry from the racetrack, driver behavior, race conditions, even historical data, and then using AI to generate contextual narratives tailored to each individual fan. It's like having a personal F1 analyst in your pocket who knows exactly what you care about and crafts stories just for you. The result, again, is that jaw dropping 62% engagement increase during race weekends. That's a number that demands attention. Why does this matter right now? Well, for a long time, AI has been pitched as a way to automate, to cut costs, or maybe to make some internal process more efficient. But this Ferrari example shows a very different, far more valuable application: AI as a revenue multiplier through extreme user experience. It's not about doing things cheaper, it's about doing things better, so much better that it fundamentally changes user behavior and engagement. This isn't theoretical, it's a quantified real world impact. It validates the idea that sophisticated real time data processing combined with generative AI can create genuinely sticky, emotionally resonant product experiences. It's a blueprint for converting passive users into superfans simply by making them feel more connected and understood. Who should care about this? Honestly, everyone building a product in the AI space or trying to integrate AI into an existing one. Founders should care because a 62% engagement lift can translate directly into better retention, higher lifetime value, and more robust subscription numbers. For product managers, it's a masterclass in using AI to solve user pain points around information overload and lack of personalization. It's about moving beyond generic content to truly bespoke experiences. Engineering leaders need to pay attention to the underlying data infrastructure. How do you process millions of data points per second and feed them into an LLM effectively and cost efficiently? And indie hackers, this pattern of data to content personalization is highly replicable. You don't need Ferrari's budget to start experimenting with your own niche data sets and open source LLMs to create hyper personalized micro experiences. How I'd think about it as a builder, I'd look at this as a concrete example of AI enabling a new era of proactive personalization. The opportunity isn't just to respond to user queries, but to anticipate user needs and deliver relevant, engaging content before they even ask. This moves AI from a reactive assistant to a proactive orchestrator of user experience. The strategic implication is that value is really accruing at the application layer here, where the magic of personalization happens, rather than just at the foundational model level. The risk, of course, is the complexity of real time data pipelines and ensuring the ROI justifies the engineering effort. The 62% lift is impressive, but it's crucial to understand how that translates into actual business metrics like subscription conversions or direct revenue. Don't get caught up in the hype of AI just makes everything better, Satyar, and focus on the clear pattern. Data, personalization, measurable outcome. This isn't a one off, it's a playbook. My no BS take on this isn't hype. This is a very tangible, quantifiable example of AI delivering significant business value in a consumer product focused on retention and emotional connection. It's about making users feel seen, and that's a powerful driver for any product. If you're finding this useful, hit follow in your podcast app right now. It takes 2 seconds and it's the best way to make sure you don't miss the next briefing. If you want one practical takeaway from today's episode, here it is: experiment with Generative Engine Optimization or GEO. We've seen Peec AI build a 10 million ARR business around it, and it's a new frontier for discoverability. Here's how to try it in under 60 minutes. First, open up your favorite generative AI search engine, whether that's ChatGPT, Claude, or Perplexity. Next, spend about 30 minutes querying these AI tools with buyer style prompts related to your product or the problem your product solves. Don't just ask about your company name, but think like a potential user. For example, if you build a project management tool, ask, what's the best tool for small teams to track tasks? Or give me 3 options for simple SaaS project tracking. Then carefully note if your product or even your brand values appear in the AI generated responses. Is it mentioned directly? Is it recommended? Or is it completely absent? Finally, If your product isn't showing up, identify specific documentation or content gaps. Maybe your website's About Us page isn't clearly indexed, or your help docs aren't structured in a way that an LLM can easily parse and synthesize. The goal is to figure out what information an AI would need to confidently recommend your product and where that information currently lives or doesn't. This specific experiment is worth your time right now because just like traditional SEO became a critical acquisition channel for web products, GEO is rapidly becoming essential for AI native discovery. Understanding how AI perceives and represents your brand is no longer a nice to have. It's a strategic imperative for future growth and user acquisition. Don't wait for others to figure it out. Get in there and test it yourself. That's it for today's No BS AI briefing. If this helped, follow the show in your podcast app and share it with one builder you know. And if you've got questions or topics you want covered, connect with me on LinkedIn and send them over. See you in the next briefing.